All right, guys, we're live. Skylar, Jimmy, thanks for joining us. Happy 4th of July.
Happy
Happy
4th, guys.
4th, fellas.
Yeah, and backers, thanks for being here. We've got a handful of folks here. A new thing, Jimmy and I were talking yesterday, and Jimmy's had this idea before, y'all, going live. But we kind of fine-tuned it yesterday where we think it'd work, going live to our backers. So if you're watching a replay, if you want to be here with us next time, we have this little thing called Ours Backers. We'll put a link, but we're not going to pitch it more than that. But the idea is that we're all busy. We've all done this as a labor of love. And every time we record, we have stinking an hour and a half recording. Kyle's left with 4 or 5 hours of editing. And by the time we get it up, it's like late news. So we're like, hey, let's just try to talk about the news live and we'll go with it. So thanks for joining us. That's the format maybe that we'll try out here for a few times, see how it goes. So thanks everyone for being here. We've got a handful of folks here that we're bringing up in the comments. Skylar, Jimmy, you guys like it? You dig it so far?
I'm digging it.
All
I'm
right.
digging it. And I'm digging the less lift it's going to be on your end, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
What's
Yeah.
this? Yeah. Go ahead, Skylar.
Kyle Connor's out there with us. That's pretty cool. What's up, Kyle?
Sweet. Look, Kyle Connor, hello. Ooh, it even brings up his little picture there. Way to go, StreamYard. This is our first time using StreamYard, too, so a little plug to them for making this easy. The idea is we just want to kind of get to the point. We want to talk about Rivian Q2 results today. Throw a little color on it and then see what the audience has to say. Quick conversation. Last night when we posted this was going to be 15 minutes, someone was like, whoa, 15 minutes? And yeah, we're just going to try and talk about the news and then hop off, continue on. So with that said, let me bring up the big news, and I'm just going to kind of read some things here, and let me get Kyle's comment off there. Rivian shatters Q2 delivery estimate. Stock pops over 13%. As it ramps production, EV maker Rivian continues beating expectations in a critical year. In the second quarter, Rivian delivered 12,640 EVs, exceeding expectations and putting it on track to reach its 50,000 production goal. Rivian stock surge on the news, up over 13%. So, Skylar, you mentioned Q1. Q1 was 9,395 vehicles produced, 7,946 delivered. Rivian said it was off to a slow start as it warned retooling its EDV assembly line to add its new in-house Enduro drive units would slow progress. So despite the slow start, Rivian said it would help accelerate output throughout the year by streamlining production and slashing cost. So far, the move seems to be paying off, with Rivian producing 13,992 EVs in normal, an increase of 48% from the first quarter. So exceeded the 11,000 deliveries that analysts forecasted. So definitely good news there. There's a few other things here, and thanks to, by the way, I read this off of Electrek as a little plug to them. You guys, what do you think? Just initial reactions, and we'll bring some stuff in from the audience after.
I'm impressed by the increase in both production and deliveries from Q1. And the reason that, I was interested in Q1 versus Q2 is it does show the progress of the ramp and how things are trending. And as it stands right now, they have manufactured almost half of their yearly goal. And, we expect production to continue to ramp and hopefully increase in speed, and then deliveries as well. So from my perspective, being more than on track for the 50,000 that they have, estimated to produce this year, that is amazing news. And I think the stock price is a reflection of that, or the stock price increases, let's say.
Yep.
Agreed. I'm loving the fact that they're ramping one, and I'm disliking the fact that investors keep getting it so wrong, or there's such bad press coming from analysts and the investors. I know, Kyle, you've got this sitting there to show everybody, but Kevin on RS brought up a great point. Like, the numbers keep increasing, yet we keep seeing articles about waning interest in EVs, yet Rivian had their largest quarter of their largest quarter ever. Tesla had a huge quarter this year, and yet we keep seeing articles about waning interest in EVs. I don't understand how they keep getting this wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the thing there that kind of did resonate, and I know that there was a comment like, not all analysts, but it seems like the majority of analysts, as Kevin points out, this confirmation bias. So every piece of news, price decrease, waning demand, price increase, sure to kill demand, sales incentive, demand collapse,
Right.
production ramp challenges, demand drop. So it does seem like we've at least seen that from an analyst with every bit of news. Surely there's obviously some exceptions too. But yeah, definitely interesting there. I mean, definitely good news. And I don't know, audience, let us know what you think so I can pull it up on the screen here. Any predictions going forward? What we're going to see? Are we going to exceed this 50,000? What's the stock going to do? We're not giving investment advice, but anything going forward that this makes you think of?
I do feel like they're going to easily surpass 50,000. The other question that I have, and hopefully we might get it on the Q2 earnings call, is what is the breakdown between R1 and the EDV, the van production? Because I feel like van production could be a huge thing for Rivian, well beyond the Amazon contract, and that's a significant number. That's 100,000, right? So I feel like there is huge commercial opportunity for the van, and that will also lead to the fleet software solution that Rivian has, and everybody knows how software is valued. So I think that ultimately it's going to be a very good thing for investors, I hope, especially because I'm way underwater on Rivian stock. But anyway.
Yeah,
Yep.
Russell asked, "What are your thoughts on Rivian stock?" And we can kind of transition over into some audience thoughts on this before we try and stay within our 15 minutes. Which I forget who said that no RS live is 15 minutes. They're usually like,
Yeah, it was Tony.
Tony. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No RS conversations
Here
for
it
just
is.
15
Yeah,
minutes.
exactly. But what are your thoughts? We just we won't give any advice, but we're all underwater. Jimmy thought that I got in at 15 last night when we were talking. I'm like, no, it was like 26 bucks and 11 cents, I think is.
You're still better than me, buddy.
Yeah, I am. Are you still holding on? You guys are still in at the IPO price, right?
No, I bought down enough that I'm at 37 on the dot, 37 even.
Okay. Skylar, do you care, or are you just gonna remain
Well,
silent here?
I'm holding long term, and
Yeah.
that's about all I want to say, because my average price is higher than Jimmy's before I gave up, and I'm like, I can't keep throwing money at this. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. This is interesting. I'm just now seeing this to keep things in perspective. Tesla production numbers in 2013, 22,000. In 2014, 31.6K. In 2015, 50.7K. How many years into it was all those numbers?
So that was the first year through, 2013 was their first full year of production.
Okay. Gotcha. Yep. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I think from what we're seeing right now, as long as Georgia comes online when they expect it to, I think we're going to see some really great things from Rivian as far as their production numbers and the amount of vehicles they're going to be able to deliver.
Mm-hmm. Without even ramping anymore, they're on track for their 50. So most think that they'll exceed. At one point, we heard like this number 62,000 as far as like maybe an internal number, but that was kind of like never verified by Rivian official. You know, their official guidance was 50. So I don't know how that 62 leaked or whatever. 55 is a pretty good guess.
under promise, over deliver, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. This is a good point, Tony. the excitement for what they're learning in normal that they'll be able to apply in Georgia on the R2 in a completely bespoke facility, built from the ground up, how they need it for sure, learning good lessons.
Yeah. And once again, Rivian, give us more on R2. Build the hype. Get
Yeah.
Yep.
get people in the pipeline now, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's interesting from Jeremy. Every new thing that they introduce could potentially slow it down, like especially dual motor. But we've got that rolling off the line. A lot of high expectations for that, I think, for sure. Matt's coming in at 55. They'll take this year to stop production for all the adjustments to the R1 line so they can just cruise next year. I like it, Matt.
I mean, that's definitely a smarter move. I mean, maybe hit their number or just get a little over it. And then from that point on, like make the corrections or make the adjustments to the line. That way you're setting yourself up for 2024.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree, but on the flip side, if they can do more and still make the adjustments to the production line, I mean, their biggest financial hurdle is the fixed costs that they have now with investments in the plant and everything else, and that's why they're not forecasting profitability until higher production volumes in 2024. So the quicker they can ramp production and get more return on those fixed costs, the better.
Mm-hmm. Skylar, Jeremy says long term is the way. So you're in good. You're good. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, I don't really have much of a choice. So.
Yeah, Tony's still interested in the mix between R1T and S. Yeah, the S is might be easier for assembly. I definitely think we've heard that the overall order backlog to be fulfilled is heavily the S.
Yeah, and well, we've also heard that 2/3 or more of the current production is R1S versus R1T, and I think that should be fairly representative of the order backlog as well. Is my guess, because now it sounds like they are mature enough and they are at a point where they can mix them on the line effectively and with quality. So why would you not be producing kind of more to your backlog?
Mm-hmm. EV for me, take the blanket off the R2. Yep, totally.
Amen.
Let us do it. Let anyone on the comments do it. Yeah.
That would be cool.
That'd be fun. I would have a redder face than I did when I saw my own R1. Oh man, yeah, that'd be cool. Yep.
Or just let us see it and let us describe it and talk about it. Who knows? There's all kinds of avenues.
Yep. All right, a few more comments here. Do you think they'll make another smaller truck, R2T or R3T?
I don't really see the need for it. I mean, maybe just to get a more affordable price point. And I mean, maybe it's not even a much smaller truck, but just a somewhat I don't want to say decontented, but lower trim, less features and functionality. I mean, one of the things that is awesome about the R1 is the electro hydraulic suspension system. But if you put a simpler traditional suspension under an R1, no ride height changes, just traditional suspension, it could still be awesome and shave a decent amount of cost.
And on the other end of the spectrum, we have heard some rumors once upon a time that Rivian could do a bigger truck to compete more with the Lightning as far as like a work duty sort of thing. Now,
You
who
know
knows?
what, though? That's too much batteries, in my opinion. I mean, get your bang for the buck in other markets until battery technologies improve. That's my take.
Yep.
Agreed.
I agree here, Matt, that Rivian's just done a great job of kind of carving out its user base as far as this adventure branding. Let's see what else we
Dude,
got here.
hey, I love this comment from Russell. Disappointed we did not get a Halloween type feature for the 4th of July. Like bald
Yeah.
eagle
Oh
crying
yeah.
when you lock or unlock the vehicle. How awesome would that be?
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Yeah, we've joked about that. I think we've actually joked about the 4th of July like eagle scream before. Yeah.
Russell says grandkids are pissed. Yeah, yep. And interesting from Joseph that smaller trucks could be for the global. You know, if you guys remember way back when we spotted an extended cab in the cold weather testing video, what I miss?
Skylar's he's wearing overalls.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You're not wrong.
It's like
yeah.
the green screen had a lot of trouble there.
Oh, it
Yeah,
freaked
I
out.
know.
It freaked-
Totally confused it.
Oh man, yeah, that's
I'll
really
tell you the
good.
downside to this because I did wear these the other night for fireworks on Sunday night, and yeah, if you're drinking water or other beverages, like there's no zipper in these overalls, so it's kind of like a man romper when
Oh no, it's not kind of. You're wearing a romper.
I'm gonna pull up some of these comments. This is Roe V is a Rivian fan. Is
Yes.
overall shorts they are. Moonjack likes them. The green screen tried to fix it by erasing them. I actually disagree with this, Darva King, but it's good. It's not too much America. This is just right.
my
Jesus,
wife
my
loves to
eyes.
erase them as well, I'm not gonna lie.
America is exactly right. Blending his American flag background.
Oh man, making my glasses fog
I
up.
was worried he wasn't gonna have fans. You're right, Red Blue. When we blew right past 15 minutes.
Dang it.
This would be good. Romper needing the RS gear shop. That's a great call.
Where my only question is, where would we put the Rivian Stories logo?
Oh well, it's pretty obvious. Yeah. Hey, let's end with this. We're hoping that we can add some great new stuff into our R1 gear shop soon as far as our t-shirts and stuff. I'll just say we had a meeting last Friday with some folks at Rivian about getting closer to being able to release like Jimmy's shirt and some of those other designs that have been contraband for so long. Getting closer. It looks like there's a path there. We just have to iron out the details from like a licensing agreement. So we'll just leave it at that, but it's pretty cool that there might be a path to get those shirts into the hands of many more. I loved it, guys. Jimmy, Skylar, thanks for jumping on here.
Yep.
Everyone else, thanks for hopping on. If we keep this to around 15 minutes, the vision is we could do this like over lunch breaks more often. So news comes out, let's just get on, talk about it with you guys, and keep going with the work day. This will publish the replay live to YouTube right after, to where I don't have to edit. And I think it could be a cool path forward for just about everything. The trick will be getting it downloaded and uploaded to Simplecast for just our actual podcast over on Spotify, but we can do that. So, any last things I need to put up here?
There's some great comments about
show this to the wife there for citizenship. That's awesome. Yeah, and it looks like we have some good feedback as far as that format. So thanks for that flexibility and that insight. Feedback is what I'm trying to say there. Yep, Jonathan. We'll end with your comment. Happy 4th to everyone.
Yeah. Happy 4th, guys. Thanks for coming out and taking just shy of 20 minutes to hang out with us.
Yep. Wear your sunscreen today. Be safe out there. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
Yep. Happy 4th, guys.